What's up guys, so today we're going to be doing a review of the new Vimble 2 gimbal for phones. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial and review showing you guys how to use it and then giving my opinions on the review, whether I think it's worth it. I have previously done a unboxing and setup video on this, so if you haven't seen that, go and check that video out. The link will be in the description or it will be at the end of the video as well. So if you haven't seen that already and you want to know what comes in the box and how to set it up, then go and check that video out. Okay, so I've got my phone in the Vimble 2. I have an iPhone SE, so I don't have a newer phone like a 7, but I have the SE, which works fine. It works with all phones thanks to these adjustable clamps here, so you can adjust them to any phone size. So today I'm going to be showing you guys all the modes, how to work it, what every mode does, all the features of this gimbal, and also how you connect the phone to the gimbal over Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So let's start off with the modes, and what I love about Feiyu-Tech and their modes is every single gimbal, the modes are exactly the same. So if you know how to use one gimbal, you know how to use all the gimbals. So I'm going to start off by powering on the gimbal by holding on the on and off button or the mode button. If you hold this button down, it either turns it on or off, or if you tap it, then it changes into the modes. So first off, we're going to hold it down to turn it on. Okay, so now that the gimbal is on, we're going to start off by looking through all of the buttons. So at the top here, we have the joystick. Now the joystick is very simple, very obvious. It's a joystick. The way you move it determines where the gimbal goes. If I'm going to move it up, the gimbal will point up. If I'm going to move it down, the gimbal or phone will point down. If I move it to the side, it will go to the side. And if I move it to the other side, it will go to the other side. So now one function that you need to know, which I'm just going to tell you quickly, is on the back here, we have what's called the trigger button. Now if you want to reset the gimbal to how it is when it turns on, you have to double press this trigger button. So this also does another feature as well. I'm going to get to that feature slightly later, but this trigger button is the main reset button. So because I've just been using the joystick, my gimbal is now tilting the wrong way. I don't want it to tilt this way. So if I double tap this trigger button, it will reset it. So I'm going to double tap it. And as you can see, it resets to the way it's meant to reset. Okay, so now let's go on to the modes. Underneath the joystick, you have all the modes. Now, I can access all these different modes by tapping the button in a certain way. So, when you power it on, it goes into mode 1. This is the default mode. This default mode is also achieved by double tapping the trigger button. As I said, it resets the gimbal to how you turn it on. So you can either get to this mode by when you turn it on, it's default, or you can double tap the trigger button. Now, mode 1 is what's called panning mode. That means if I go up or down, the gimbal will stay the same. Side to side, it will stay the same. But if I go left or right, it will follow me. It will pan with me. So that is panning mode. Next mode is mode 2. So you get mode 2 by double tapping the mode button. So I'm going to tap it twice, 1, 2. And this is called panning and tilting mode. So if you go side to side, it stays the same. But if you go up or down, it follows up or down with you. And if you go side to side, it follows side to side with you. Also, when you are in mode 2, you can adjust the angle of your phone. So if I stay in mode 2, now the joystick won't go side to side or up and down, but it will adjust the tilt of it. So if I move the joystick to the side, what happens is it actually tilts the phone. And if I move it to the other side, it tilts it the other way. Now I'm going to double tap the trigger button to go out of mode 2. So now I am back to the reset mode. And finally, we have what's called the lock mode. Now you either access this two ways. You either press the mode button just once, and that locks on exactly what you were facing. So let's say now I want to lock it on the camera. So I'm going to face it towards you guys. I'm going to click it once. Now if I go up and down, it will stay facing towards you. If I pan it left and right, it will stay facing towards you. And if I go that way, it will stay facing towards you. So whatever I do, it won't move away from you. Now you can also achieve this mode, which is my preferred way, by holding down the trigger button. Now this is easier because you can go in and out of it very quickly. So if I just hold this down, it's already locked. It won't go left or right with me, it won't go up or down with me, it won't go side to side with me. It's locked on where I did it. Now this is also cool because you can go in and out of it so quickly. So if I want to like follow, lock, follow, lock. Do you see what I'm doing? So what I'm doing is I'm moving it side to side, then holding the lock button down and then letting go. And then holding it down and then letting go. And then holding it down and then letting go. So that is the lock button and that is the lock mode. So you achieve this by either tapping the mode button once or holding down the trigger button. Okay, so that is all the modes. Now we do have one more button underneath, which is the take photo or video button. Now you can use this button when it's connected to the app to take a photo or video directly from your phone. This is really useful if you have this extended as a selfie and you want to take a selfie. Rather than having to, tap the photo button on the phone, you can just tap the photo button on the gimbal and it will take the photo for you. I'm going to show you how to connect it to your phone in just a minute, but first we have one more thing which is very simple, very easy, which is the extension pole on the gimbal itself. This you get by grabbing near the top of the gimbal, not the motor just here, but just below the motor, and then you lift it up and it extends. When you have an extension pole on a gimbal, it makes that footage that little bit smoother and it gets you closer to the action easier. Then if you want to put it away again, you just grab where you took it out and slide it back in. Okay, so now let's show you guys how you connect this gimbal to the app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power off this gimbal for this by holding the mode button down, or the on and off button. It's powered off as you heard that noise. And you're going to need to download what's called the Vcool app. That's V-I-C-O-O-L. So you go into the App Store, search Vcool, and then download that. It's not the Feiyu-Tech On app that you want for the Vimble, it's the Vcool app. This is the app specifically designed for the Vimble 2. So you're going to make sure your Bluetooth is enabled on your phone, and then you're going to go and click into the Vcool app. And this is when you're going to want to power on your gimbal. So we're going to power it on. My gimbal is now on and it will say searching devices. Now I'm going to click search and there you see it says the Feiyu-Tech Vimble 2 C7. So that's my gimbal, so I'm going to go and tap that and it says pair. So now all you have to do is just hold down the record button for like 1 second and it will start recording, and then hold it down for another second to stop it when you want to stop it. So I'm going to hold it down. And there you hear it starts recording, and then hold it down again, and then it will stop taking the video. Hey guys, so I just quickly forgot to say that if you hold it down, that takes a video, but if you just tap it once, that takes a photo. So hold it down and it takes a video, and then tap it once and it takes a photo. So cool, I'll let you get on with the rest of the video now. Now personally, I won't be using this app that much just because this app still has a few flaws. It's not quite as good as your iPhone built-in camera app. So I personally am just going to leave my gimbal and iPhone unconnected and just use my classic iPhone app and just have to tap record from the phone itself. I just find the app's a little bit better on the iPhone. So now what I haven't showed you guys yet is some test footage. So why don't we go and look at some test footage that I've taken for this gimbal.
Walking with a game on. You are my kind, classic mind, and you look so fine. Loving the cold, smoke and roll, see your fingers shake, and getting through your heartbreak. Some kind of free, same for me, don't know what I need. Don't doubt me, babe, you make me wanna change. Break my bed to make me wanna stay. I can't.
Okay, so that is it for this video, guys. That is pretty much everything you need to know about the Vimble 2. Those are all the settings, the modes, all the main things about the Vimble 2. If you want to see any other videos about the Vimble 2, let me know down in the comments below what you want to see. I've got a lot of videos I want to do with it, so if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Any tutorials you want me to do, any help you need, then just ask me to do a video on it. Also, leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I respond to most of my comments, so leave a comment down below, and if I know the answer, then I'll answer your question. If you did enjoy this video and it was helpful to you, then please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up down below, as it helps me out a lot. And also subscribe if you are new and haven't subscribed already. It helps me out a lot and it means a lot to me, so subscribe down below if you haven't already. But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.